Two U.S. defense officials tell NBC News the man who died in the vehicle that was packed with explosives was a member of the Army's Special Forces and was still on active duty. That blast happened yesterday morning and left at least 7 people hurt. And we are told that incident is being investigated as a possible terrorist attack. But so far, no official word on a motive. NBC News correspondent Morgan Chesky is live for us right now in Las Vegas. Morgan, so much has happened just in the past 24 hours. The FBI said there is no definitive link between the New Orleans attack and this explosion in Las Vegas. But do lay out what we know at this point, specifically about this U.S. Army soldier who died.
Yeah, Morgan, a lot of questions coming in right now. Investigators maintaining this is still a very fluid investigation here. That potential connection, one that has been, the question's been raised, but just in New Orleans a few minutes ago, we heard, at least for right now, there does not appear to be any potential connection between the tragedy in New Orleans and between the Cybertruck explosion here on the steps of the Trump International Hotel. As for that individual you mentioned, 2 senior law enforcement officials have told NBC News that the man who rented that Cybertruck in Colorado using the car-sharing app Turo has been identified as Matthew Allen Livelsberger. Now, he is a member of the armed forces. In fact, he was a member of Special Forces. And right now, he's only been identified as the individual who rented that Cybertruck. It remains to be seen if he was actually the one inside who died. And that is part of this very much ongoing investigation, according to both the local and federal investigators. What's interesting about this is that the FBI department in Colorado has announced that they are conducting a series of searches in and around the Colorado Springs area, and that is connected to this very investigation here. So with the knowledge that this Cybertruck was rented in the state of Colorado by Livelsberger, and that has a concurrent FBI search ongoing, we do see more potential pieces starting to fall into place. What remains to be seen is that if there was any potential connection from Livelsberger, who rented the Cybertruck, and the individual who rented that truck in New Orleans. However, again, at least at this point in this investigation, there is nothing tying those 2 individuals together, although they do both appear to have been members of the military. Morgan,
give us a sense. I mean, what else do we know, though, specifically about the next steps in this investigation? I mean, so much has happened. This is such an active, fluid, moving situation. Can you give us a sense of the timeline of what happened yesterday?
Well, yes, and technology has really been a big help in figuring out a bit of a timeline here. We know, thanks to Tesla, they were able to provide information from their charging stations that allowed authorities to somewhat pinpoint the course that this Cybertruck took from Colorado here to Las Vegas. And then, using surveillance cameras in the cities, they saw the Cybertruck driving up and down the famed Vegas Strip around 7:30 yesterday morning, saying that it was around 8:21 exactly when the Cybertruck pulled into the valet area of the Trump International Hotel behind me. And then, shortly after arriving, witnesses say it was only 10 to 15 seconds later that surveillance video captured that incredible explosion that happened. Fire crews on the scene in about 4 minutes, and they were able to contain that blaze to really just the vehicle itself. And it was after that we learned that they did recover a single body from the charred wreckage of that Cybertruck. But they also found, Morgan, in the back of the truck, canisters of gasoline, canisters of camping fuel, as well as the remnants of large commercial grade of firework mortars, several of which you can really hear going off in some of the videos that authorities have provided. The whistling, the crackling that we're used to hearing with fireworks, you can absolutely hear in some of the videos that have been released. So all of this kind of painting a clearer picture as to what happened. I think the big question that remains, at least right now, is why? What was the motive here? And that is why I think we're seeing those FBI searches in neighboring Colorado, trying to gather more evidence here in search of that motive that remains unseen right now.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.